Now the second question. The second question is, Gary has 20 more candies than Mary. If Gary gives Mary 19 of his candies, Mary would have how many more candies than Gary? Okay. So the number of candies that Gary has is equal to number of candies that Mary has plus 20, because Gary has 20 more candies than Mary. Okay. Now it is said that Gary gives away 19 of his candies to Mary. Here we'll assume a small thing. Okay. We'll assume that Gary gives away his 19 candies, but we do not know to whom he give away his 19 candies. We'll assume it like that. Okay. So number of candies that is remaining with Gary is equal to number of candies that Gary had minus 19, because he gave away 19 of his candies. Now what is the number of candies that Gary had? That is number of candies that Mary has plus 20. Okay. So number of candies that is remaining with Gary is equal to number of candies that Mary has plus 20 minus 19. Again, let me remind you that I am assuming that Gary gave away his candies, 19 candies, but we do not know to whom Gary gave away. For now, we are assuming that we do not know to whom Gary gave away. We are not taking it as Mary. Okay. So, number of candies that is remaining with Gary is equal to number of candies that Mary has. What is 20 minus 19? That is 1. So number of candies that Mary has plus 1. Number of candies that is remaining with Gary is equal to number of candies that Mary has plus 1. Or number of candies that Mary has is equal to number of candies that is remaining with Gary minus 1. We know that Gary has one more candy than Mary. So number of candy that Mary has will be 1 less than Gary's. So number of candies that is remaining with Gary minus 1. Okay. number of candies that Mary has is equal to number of candies that is remaining with Gary minus 1. Okay, now we take that Gary gave away his candies, 19 candies, to Mary. Okay, so Gary gave away his 19 candies to Mary. So number of candies that Mary now has is equal to number of candies that Mary had plus 19. Okay, plus 19. Number of candies that Mary now has is equal to number of candies that Mary had plus 19, because Gary gave away those 19 candies to Mary. Now what is the number of candies that Mary had? That is number of candies that is remaining with Gary minus 1. So we will substitute that. Number of candies that is remaining with Gary minus 1, and again plus 19. We are writing the remaining plus 19 here. So number of candies that Mary now has is equal to number of candies that is remaining with Gary plus 19 minus 1 is 18. So Mary has 18 more candies than Gary. Right now Mary has 18 more candies than Gary. Answer is equal to 18. Thank you.